Hi guys, welcome back to another day of our bustle making training course. I'm Jared Whitefish, also known as Jao, and today we're going to be looking at assembly of the bustles themselves. We're going to be putting the shoelace through the holes that we just previously made on our last video. But before we get started, we're nearing the end of our video here, of our course. I'd just like to personally thank you for sticking around and enjoying our course. And also, it's been a real honor to teach you guys the ways of making the bustles. So thank you, and without further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, we're on the assembly part now. So the things you're going to be needing for this part of the video, the part of assembly, is you're going to need some big white pony beads that are going to be placed in the middle of the spikes here where we put the holes. Also, you're going to be needing some figure skating shoelace, which you can find at Canadian Tire or Walmart or anything like that. It's 120 inches, so we got a lot of lace ready to go. And then we got our scissors, handy dandy scissors to cut the shoelace. Also, we got our lighter here, and that's to actually burn the ends of the shoelace when we cut it. And I'll be showing you that in a second. That's basically all we're going to be needing for today. If you don't have any of these, or if you don't want to go out and buy them yourself, click the link below and we'll make you a kit, or tools kit actually, and we'll get these shipped out to you right away. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of separate my feathers, so my rights from my lefts. So I've already kind of laced them at the bottom, but the thing is we're going to have to take them off now. When you take them off, make sure that they're the exact same sequence as when you put them on before. So I'm just putting them side by side where they were on the string, so this way you're not messing up the sequence of long feathers or short feathers, and they're ready to go. You don't have to get all mixed up and stuff like that. So just continue here. So I'm just gonna do kind of a fast way, take off like 5 at a time and put them side by side here. Make sure there's all the same sequence. So 4, take those. I think that's good. I kind of messed it up right there, but that's okay. We'll get her done still, so no worries. It's good. We're almost there. A couple more spikes. I don't know, 15 more. So 20 more. One going. Okay, this one goes at the end. This one goes here. Oh, my bustles. My rest of my spikes fell. Okay, pick those up. Pick those babies up. Get the rest of these off. And put them in the sequence, like so. I'm almost done here. So this one goes over here. This over here. This one goes over here. This one goes over there. This one goes over here. This one goes over here. Here, and last 3. Okay, all right, we got our string ready to go. It's pretty long, as you can see. Like, it's really long actually. Before I get started, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this to the side, put these to the side, and I'm gonna actually grab the feathers that I'm gonna be using. So like I said, these are gonna be my top feathers. So I've calculated in my mind that I'm gonna need 8 feathers for the top of each side. So I'm gonna leave my guide feathers at the top. So I'm gonna grab 8 of these. So leave that there, leave that there, leave that there, leave that there. So that's 6. Leave that there. 7. Leave that there, and 8. Okay, we got our 8, and we got our 8. So that's ready to go. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the whites. So we're gonna take our guide feather and put it on this side. Then we're just gonna put this one on this side, this guide feather on this side. I'm just gonna quickly count how much feathers are here, and I'm gonna split them in half. Then I'm gonna put the other half on this side. So we got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So we got 32 feathers. So 32 divided into 2. That's, how much is that again? I don't know, I'm not really good at math right now, but actually I got my calculator, so let's do that. So get my calculator out. 32 divided into 2 equals 16. So I need 16 white feathers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just grab 16 here. 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, there we go. That's our 16. This is our other 16, I do believe. 4, 8, 12, 16. And so that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna kind of maneuver these off over here. So that's gonna be just nice and orderly. Try to anyways. Okay, that should be good. All right, this is gonna be one side of my bustle, and this is gonna be the other side of my bustle. So they're gonna be 2 separate bustles, basically. So I'm gonna do the exact same to this one. But first, I'm just gonna put it in like a time-lapse video, and then I'm gonna start again. Then I'm gonna get into it again, so we don't waste time. All right, guys, we're back here. We're gonna do the left side now. As you can see, I took the shoelace off the bottom, but I have it in the right order. So this is where we're gonna kind of put our center feathers to the side, so we don't mix them up. So we're gonna put them to the side. I believe let's put them on a chair over here. So leave those there. Again, I'm gonna sort out the turkey spikes like how I showed before. So I'm gonna grab my guide feather here, and then I'm gonna grab our 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we got 8 ready to go. I do believe that's 8, or am I missing one? Oh yeah, that's 8. Okay, scared myself. Okay, we have 8 black spikes. I'm gonna line these up. Ready to go. Then I'm gonna look for my other guide feather here. So it's gonna go here. Then what did I say before? 16. So I'm gonna count. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 33, 34. So 30, what is that? 34 divided into 2. That's 18. I do believe. I'm gonna split that in half. 34 divided into 18. I do believe that's 18. 34 divided into 2, sorry. 17. There we go. So 17 feathers each side. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So count 17 here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. So grab our 17 and then put these bad boys over here and line these up like so. So all side by side. Okay, it's ready to go. Okay, we're ready to go here. Also grab our center feathers, put them right here in the middle. So you only have 2 center feathers, remember? So first we're gonna I like to start with my right side first and then go to my left. Not sure why, but that's just the way I like to do it. So the first thing I like to do is I actually like to get my shoelace in my lighter. So what I'm gonna do, shoelace, lighter, scissors, I'm gonna fold this directly in half. Since it's so long, I'm gonna actually cut it in half and use the other 2 halves for the bustles here. Let's get that done. So that's about right. So I'm gonna cut this right in half right here. So, and what I'm gonna do actually is it's a little trick of the trade. So I'm gonna burn these just a little bit and then I'm gonna wait for it to cool off. Then I'm gonna kind of cinch them like this. Wait for it to kind of melt, not too much melt. And then I'm gonna kind of twist with my finger. It's gonna be hot, so just keep that in mind. Just kind of do it quickly. You're gonna have to have a little bit of callus on your finger, but have to tough it out. I guess that comes from years of actually making the bustle. So right now I'm not sure if it'll fit into the hole. So I'm gonna actually give it a test run here. So that'll fit. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. So we're ready to go. I'm just gonna take this one, put these aside. Now we grab our handy dandy pony beads. Let's cut these open. Okay, let's get started. First one we're gonna do is our right side. Bring it over here. Get this off the way. I'm gonna pick up my guide feather, and then I'm gonna pick up one of these shoelaces. Pick the good side, the manufactured good side with the plastic. So I'm just gonna simply put the shoelace through the hole. So it's through. And then I'm gonna grab a pony bead and string it through. Then I'm gonna grab another turkey spike and put that through. And so there we go. I'm gonna continue this process for a couple more times and then I'm gonna put it in time lapse, but I just kind of want to show you guys what I'm doing. So when you're first doing this, you're gonna kind of forget sometimes to put the spike because you're so excited to have these done. These are almost done and I'm pretty excited. So I'm just gonna put these pony beads on and then you can just pull it as you go. You're gonna need some more string as you go along, some more shoelace. So pony bead, spike, pull, pony bead, spike. So I get it through there. That's good. And pull, pony bead. I'll get all the black on first, and then we'll see how it looks from there. Also, I'll show you how to do the bottom zip ties as well. So get this through here. It's nice and good, ready to go. It's pony bead. Get ready for our next turkey spike. So that's basically what you're going to be doing all the way through. And then once I get to the center feathers, I'll show you guys what to do. Now I'm going to be doing the bottom. So it's basically just the same thing. You're just going to lace through your shoelace here, your figure skating lace, and then you're just going to pull along. Then when you're doing this, just make sure that you have enough shoelace to go all the way through the bustles itself. Because that's why we actually bought the longer ones, because sometimes we buy short laces and we don't realize that it's how long it's going to be. So that's why we did that. So I'm going to put this last black one in there, and then I'm going to start another video for the center feathers actually. And then we're going to go back into our left side and then see how it looks. All right guys, we've reached the center point for our bustles here. So we're going to grab our center feathers now, if I can find them. Okay, there they are. Going to grab one center feather, and all we're going to do is basically just carry on what we're been doing this whole time. So put a bead, put your shoelace, try to get it through, and then put another bead. So that's done. Let's make sure this is nice and straight. It's kind of crooked at the bottom, so I'm gonna try fix that right now. It's going to the wrong direction here, so try to fix that right away. Okay, it's good. So that's done. So it's just gonna sit on top like this, just so it has a nice even flow to it, nice straight center feather. Okay, we're gonna now do our left side now. I mean our right side of our bustles. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna actually do it backwards now. So we're gonna go white feathers first from shortest to tallest. So grab your very end last spike here, lace it through, pull it through, and do a couple more for you guys, just so you guys can get a hang of it, so you can kind of grasp what I'm doing. So just continue doing this. Okay, almost forgot my my bead. So have it in the same same order for your hackles from longest to shortest, how I showed you. So that should be good. And as you're doing this, you can also kind of take a look at your zip ties at the bottom, just to make sure they're straight as possible and they're not kind of curved or whatever, because if it's curved, then you'll have some problems. So just continue doing this. That's basically all you're going to be doing until you get to the very end, and then after that I'll show you guys what to do from there. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video here. All right guys, we're done our stringing up and assembling our bustles here, and as you can see, they turned out pretty cool and pretty nice. So I'm happy how they turned out. But I want to show you one thing before I take off for the day. As you can see, these strings are kind of not the same length. So what I'm going to be doing is actually I'm going to be moving them more this way, so they're actually the same length on both sides. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. So how you do that is you kind of have to push at least 4 or 5 at once. You can't really do the whole length of the string because it's tight on there. So there we go. So that's pretty much perfect right there. And so for this part here, this is pretty long itself. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling it so it's short as these ones here. So I'm going to do that right now. Maybe even a little bit longer, or the same size would be good. Would be good right there. I'm just going to pull this through. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm actually going to be cutting this part here like so. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller than it is right now. So I'm just going to chop it off here and grab my handy dandy scissors here. So I'm kind of just eyeballing this right now, as I'm like the length I want it. So I'm thinking about right there would be good, a good length, maybe a little bit less. So right there is a good length for me. So I'm just going to chop it off here. Then I'm going to be burning both ends of here. So the reason why I'm burning these is because they're actually going to go into holes of my backboards, and we're going to be making a video on how to make the backboards for these in a later video. So stick around for that. Make your own backboards for your bustles you have just created. That'll fit yours perfectly. Yeah, I'm going to burn that. And when you're doing this, the trick to do is when you warm it up and you're burning it, kind of twist and pull up as you're doing it. And what this will do is it'll kind of make a point, and it'll make it smaller and skinnier. And so you're just kind of putting pressure and rolling it. So that's done. So they're both done, both sides. So yeah, that's perfect. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be looking for my center feather here. So it's right there. I put a C. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be tying it around the string at the bottom of the center feather. So what I'm going to grab my string here, and then I'm going to put it right smack dab in the middle from underneath. Smack dab in the middle from underneath. And what you're going to be doing actually is going to be going through the loop you just made, and you're going to be pulling. So pull it nice and tight. Make sure this is nice and tight. So yeah, there you go. Nice even shoelaces. Again, take your time when you're doing this. And as you can see, we kind of have these little marks of orange sticking through. That's from the actual scraping and, you know, doing stuff like that of the spikes. So we're actually going to go over this with the black permanent marker later on. So that's an easy fix. All you do is just kind of go over it with the black marker and let it dry. And so yeah, that's basically our bustle right there. So I'm going to actually put these onto the backboards I just made for another set of bustles here. So I think I'll do that right now, actually. So I have them right here. So this is our backboard. See, we have the holes. These are for the shoelace to go through, the hockey lace. And I made some holes here for some zip ties as well. So, well, we'll get into how to make these on the next video. So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys how to do this. So the center strings actually go in the center hole here at the bottom. So I'm gonna do that right now. Tie it as tight as I can here. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually tying it in the back tight like a shoelace. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I tied it like a shoelace. Just for extra strength and it doesn't come off, I'm actually gonna loop it once more where the loops are, the bunny ears they call them. I kind of looped it twice, so there we go. extra strength. Then I'm gonna go to these bad boys right there, and I'm gonna slap them in their holes. These backboards I made are not designed for these bustles that I made. They're actually for another set, but they kind of have the same dimensions, so that's why I'm using them, just to show, and I want to see how they look when they're set up. So to do this part, a trick I like to do myself is I like to knot it, and then I like to go once more, so that's 3 times, and then you pull your hardest. Kind of have to Superman it, and a quick way to knot it is going, okay, you have your pressure, then I'm gonna go around, and then I'm gonna go loop and pull. So can you guys see that? So I'm gonna do that real quick, but it's kind of harder to do that when it's lifted like that, so I'm gonna do it like this just to have some leverage. Better doing it this way. So that's good, nice and tight. And then when you put these on, before you put these on, make sure that your bustles are nice and tight together on the shoelace. So I'm gonna grab it like this, and then there's another video on how to set up your bustles, but I'm gonna quickly show you guys here. So get my light here, get some better lighting. So when I do this, I kind of like to start on, it doesn't matter which side, but what you're gonna want to do is gonna want to go around the bar once, pull, and put your thumb there and hold on to the excess shoelace with your hand. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over again, but this way, then come up. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm letting my fingers go, and as I'm letting them go, I'm pulling it up, and so there we go. But you're going to want to keep your fingers there, your thumb, because it's going to want to lose that pressure and that hold. So just keep it there until you're done tying up your string here. So you can keep doing this. There we go. A couple more goes. So for this last one, you're gonna kind of want to angle it in a way that, you know, it'll work. So we go to our next side, same thing. Go once around, hold, go over, under, pull, over, under, pull, over, up, pull. So you go over the bar, through the loop, and then you pull, and then you kind of shoot it up. You're gonna have to pull it up this way when you're doing this. When you're doing these bustles, kind of make sure that you're tying it nice and firmly, so that way when you're dancing, they don't come unraveling off. And the way I'm tying it right now has actually been used by a lot of fancy dancers in a lot of powwows and stuff like that. So it's a trade secret, I guess you can call it. And yeah, so this is basically our set of bustles here. So I'm gonna step back, take a quick look see at this myself. So at this point, you can kind of see like why everything needs to be perfect, because so I'm gonna kind of adjust my bustles here. So there we go, ta-da! That's our set of bustles. All right. So on our next video, we're going to actually show you how to do the flagging tape at the bottom here of the zip ties. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know it's been a lot of hard work to do this. As you can see, it really turned out nice, and it's really been an honor to teach you, and I hope that I taught you as much as I could in a good way. And I thank you for watching. All right, peace out.